filler games or small box games. Although not all of these have the smallest of box. I've got 10 games here for you that are my top 10 small box games. And that's kind of a lie, because they're really my only 10 small box games. Most of my games are Euros. And so after a big Euro, it's nice to cool down with one of these smaller games to then set up for the next big Euro, or a good end of the nightcap kind of thing. So let's get into them. From Lucky Duck, we have the new version of Tranquility. This is a co-op game where you're going to be trying to ascend the mountain. There is a lot of math involved with this and a lot of thinking. I have yet to master this one. That's a difficult one. Push is a push your luck game where you're collecting sets of cards. There's going to be 3 out on the table at a time, 3 that you can pick from. And so it's a I cut you choose kind of thing. So if you're the active player, you're going to place out these 3 piles. If you manage to get the same number or the same color twice in one of those piles, you bust and you don't get to any of them, and then everyone else gets to select one of those piles. However, there are also cards that are going to make you roll the die that's also going to make you bust. So that's really cool. And then you can bank your cards and those would be your points. Courtesans, I've already done a review on, so you can check that out. But I like this small box, it's nice and pretty. I still haven't bothered to iron that mat in there though. A classic now is Welcome To. This comes with so many pads, but I did laminate the pads because that's just something most people do half the time with roll and write games, or this is a flip and write technically. Capital Lux is another kind of card game here. This can actually be condensed down even smaller for travel. We have actually played this a lot while we've been out traveling and that kind of thing. I don't really know how to describe this one. It's got beautiful art, a balance of razor's edge, but you're trying to play cards and you want to have a balance here between the cards that you play up top in kind of the capital city and the cards that you play downtown in your town. And so if you manage to win, kind of like a trick, you get to, well, I guess technically it's a trick taking game. You get to collect those cards and those cards will be your points and you do that over 3 rounds. A very interesting one there. Agent Avenue I have talked about. This is a great one if I've only got 2 players going on. Another kind of racing game with set collection mechanics that are really cool. From our friends at Grand Gamers Guild is Shikoku. This one's really cool because the second player, I guess the person who wins is the person who ends up in second place on the ladder track of the game. So this is a ladder game where you're playing cards and you're going to be going up the ladder. Very simple, very smooth, and beautiful artwork. So that's Shikoku. Another kind of rolly right, flip and right. This will be a flip and right. And so this is where you're drawing tetronymal pieces on treasure maps to fill in the treasure map so that you've gone hunting for the treasure. How much treasure you've collected on the board is going to be your points at the end of the game. There's no board, it's just cards. But that's a nice good one. I don't know how I managed to get the German version. So I'm not even sure when I got this or how I got this. A lovely new one, of course, another trick-taking game cards, I guess, is Rebel Princess. This one's new. I do want to do a review on this soon, but it's really cool because it's kind of like a reverse trick taker. You are trying to not win a trick that has the princes in it, which is really cool and neat. And then you also have special abilities and player powers. Another one for 2 players is Jaipur. This one I have played the heck out of. It's probably one of my most played games, honestly. Because this is what I started out with when I started board gaming. So back when I lived in a different city, I would play this with my friend at that cafe a lot. So this has got a lot of memory to it. I actually sold that original version and got this newer version. And last but not least is Rome. This is a really cool area control type of game where you are searching the deserts and all of these different lands set in Rhine Lockuts. Beautiful, beautiful artwork world. And so you're going over area control. You've got cards that you're going to play, and that dictates the kind of tetronymal type of piece. It's not technically a tetronymal because it's more than 4. But it's really cool. It's got this nice little layout effect to it. So give that one a check out. Those are my top 10 games that you could use for filler games, or if you just want some light games. I also picked up 3 other trick takers at Ascent that I have played, but I don't recommend these ones. Chonker Party. It's cool, it's sweet. If you like exploding kittens kind of thing, this might make sense, but the rules are kind of confusing. Hot Pot Holic, another one where the rules are kind of confusing, but what's really neat is because you can, it's another one where you have to win the trick and then bank the trick. So instead, I would rather play push. Much faster, much easier to explain. Trick and treat. This was cool for Halloween. It really has no place outside of Halloween, honestly, as a trick taker. And you were just trying to collect candy as a co-op, but it also has a competitive mode. But there doesn't seem to be enough cards, I think, for this to really work out very well, because it was very easy to kind of math out how things were going to work. So that one, not so much a fan of. Those three are going to go into the buy and sell pile. All right, that's all I've got for you today. We will see you next week, hopefully at PAX. So there might not be any content next week. So tune in and let me know how these new lights and this new sound dampening sounds and looks. Okay, thanks. Bye. Oh, wait, like and subscribe and follow. Okay? Or Bo's going to get you. Bye.